This Getting Started audiovisual presentation is designed to get you started on using Simply Accounting, which is an easy to use, efficient accounting system and which also makes use of the power of OpenOffice or LibreOffice spreadsheets. These instructions assume that you have watched the overview video, that you are reasonably familiar with spreadsheets, and that you have explored Simply Accounting by opening the example system that is provided with your installation. If the example is not open at the present moment, we suggest you pause this video and open it now. Just bear in mind that you can pause the video at any stage along the way and then refer to your example system. The first page that we're going to be looking at within the Simply Accounting system, let's go to it, is going to be this information page. Just clear that, put that in there. The information page is one that you will probably not have to refer to very often at all, and in fact there's very little that you can change on it. The only thing that really changes from year to year is obviously the financial year. Just to run through the items quickly, this is where the month, your financial year end month, is set. This is the flag that indicates whether you VAT registered or not, and obviously this flag then sets up the accounting system to either deal with VAT or not to deal with VAT. This is the percentage, VAT percentage that's applicable to your jurisdiction. The next item is a useful item. This is an auto-allocate item that allows Simply Accounting to automatically allocate money received to a specific account. This obviously lightens the load of allocations on a monthly basis quite considerably. You are also able to override this auto-allocation within your monthly accounting, as you'll see when we do some monthly accounting. And in a similar vein, Bank 2 also has an auto-allocate. So in summary, Simply Accounting has two potential bank accounts within each monthly spreadsheet. Right, having dealt with that, let's go and have a look at a bit of a formality. Let's have a look at the terms of use now that we've had a look at how the information is set up. And Simply Accounting comes to you, it's not sold to you. You are simply paying for the use of the software. And we have some terms of use, and we suggest that you should read through this page. It's a simple one-page document explaining to you what the terms of use are. By continuing with the use of Simply Accounting, you have signified your agreement with the terms of use. Right, that's the formality out of the way. Simply Accounting comes with a nice help system. This video is one of the help items. And if we have a look at it, there is a little index, and we hope that this index will grow over time as users' needs are catered for in the help system. If you are not an accountant or are a little rusty on your accounting, we suggest you have a look at this website. Accountants Campus is a website designed along the very similar lines to the ones used within Simply Accounting, and it explains accounting from the very basic accounting functions right through to more advanced topics and so on. So it's a useful site to refer to. Right, let's get down to the real part of any accounting system, and that is the trial balance. If we have a look at the trial balance here, you will notice that we have account numbers, we have an account description, and we have a VAT flag, and then we have 12 monthly columns. And these monthly columns are effectively where the totals for each month's transactions are recorded. The trial balance is split up logically according to International Financial Reporting Standards into categories of different accounts, and we quickly look through those categories. We've got non-current assets as our starting point. We've got current assets, and then we've got equity and non-current liabilities, and we've got current liabilities, and then we go down to our revenue section with income, other income, cost of sales, and then of course the area that most people will be most interested in and probably spend most of their setup time will be probably spent here, and that is in the expense section. And as you'll see, the expense section is pretty comprehensive with many account descriptions provided. However, should you have specific description requirements, then in your live system you will see that there are many unallocated expense accounts towards the end of the trial balance. A word of warning here: you may not insert or delete trial balance lines. You are able to hide or mask these lines, and we will explain this very neat little function a little more closely in our tips on using of a spreadsheet. But however, to go on with the accounting side of things, let's round this tutorial up by discussing what you're going to do to get going. Now, if you have a look here, you've got a prior year TB or trial balance, and for your information, a trial balance in accounting parlance is effectively the same thing as a chart of accounts. Now, your accounting professional who provided Simply Accounting to you should have set up your chart of accounts to work for you, and should have put carry forward figures if in fact you're starting a brand new year, or even if you're not starting a brand new year, the accountant who installed your system should have provided you and would have provided you with a changeover trial balance which would be fitted into this prior year trial balance, and those figures running up to the year end would automatically be carried forward into your actual trial balance. An issue here, what we would suggest, and particularly if you are having to set this up all on your own, our suggestion is that you go very carefully through and you make your changes that you want in your description. In any of the account descriptions, you make them in the prior year TB, because that change in description is automatically carried through to your main trial balance. Now, if we, for instance, change land, okay, we can't change that. Okay, that's a bit of a blow. Okay, so you can then change specific descriptions within your Right, we suggest that you change your descriptions in your prior year TB, because any change that happens in the description column and in your VAT columns that you make in your prior year TB get carried forward into your current trial balance. Well, we suggest you now spend a bit of time going through the example system. Have no fears, change things, try putting a few entries through, have a look at the entries that are already there, have a look at the way it's structured, And as I say, you can't break anything. Go to town, do a few entries, and we will then see you when we do our next video, which will be about how to capture your transactions efficiently and simply.